guys, in today's YouTube video I'll be talking about the do's and the don'ts when you are flying your warbird. So let's get right into it. We will be starting off by going over the do's when flying your warbird. So let's start off with number 1. Make sure that your CG or center of gravity is correct. So I know you're probably like, why is this person already going over this? It's literally the first or one of the first things to do after binding your airplane to your transmitter. And that's exactly why I want to talk about this. So with my F4U Corsair over there, which I'm going to show you later in this video, they, instead of making the landing gears go inwards, they actually go backwards into the body. So it can throw off the center of gravity because of this. And in most of the manuals that you're going to read or look over whenever you're setting up your warbird, it'll probably tell you to make sure that your landing gear is actually in the upwards position or inside the body so you can get an accurate center of gravity reading. Number 2, or taking off. So you might be thinking, why are we also going over this one? Kind of like the same reason why we are going over number 1. You probably are like, isn't it just like taking off in every other plane? And that's where you're right and wrong. Let me tell you why you're wrong. So with warbirds or tail draggers is that they tend to have so much torque in their engines that they actually like to turn left. To correct this, you are then going to want to make it so you put a decent amount or a pretty hard amount of right rudder while taking off. Also, try not to push the throttle too fast, too hard. So, I'm about to show you a video of me taking off in this plane and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. This can also apply to other tail dragger style airplanes. So instead of pushing the throttle like with a jet, instead of going 0 to afterburners, you are then going to want to slowly ease up. So first, you can get a scale appeal, and so it doesn't go over, kind of like I'm about to show you.
All right.
Now, number 3. To piggyback off of number 2, I'm going to be talking about how to land with a warbird such as my F4U Corsair. So with my F4U Corsair, it has a pretty low stall speed, meaning that it stalls pretty easily, such as this video. You must keep at least a little bit of throttle or a little bit of speed because of some of these planes or warbirds are known to actually stall at lower speeds. So when taking off or landing, you want to keep some pretty good speed, and whenever landing, keep a little speed, I'd say about 20 or 30%. Put your flaps down to landing flaps or number 3 clicks. So 0 is going to be just flying. Number 1 is takeoff flaps. Number 2 is actually landing flaps. So Once you are, I'd say, about 3 feet off of the runway, that's when you should lower your throttle to 5 or 6% or 7%. And that's how you are then going to want to land your warbird. The last thing to do before we get into the don'ts is have fun. This is a hobby. Don't overcomplicate it. Make sure that everything is good. Make sure your pre-flight checks are okay. But again, it's a hobby. Have fun. Fly. You don't have to fly scale, even though I love to fly scale. This is a place of no judgment. Just have fun, have fun, have fun. So, now that I've covered the top 3 do's when flying your warbird, we are now going to cover the top 3 don'ts when flying your warbird. So let's get right into that. Okay, so now that we're in the don'ts when flying your warbird, let's start off with number 1. So, number 1 is don't yank the elevator back too hard. Because unlike short takeoff and landing planes or STOL planes, STOL planes, warbirds are most likely to do a tip stall. Pretty much what a tip stall is when you push up too fast, almost like a high alpha, and you lose air current or air velocity over the wings. The reason why this is so important is because most of the time when this happens is when you're too low to the ground, such as this video. Whoa. The main times when this happens is when you're doing a slow final approach to land, just like I just showed you, or banking turns, and when taking off. The reason why this is so bad is because when you're doing this, you're most likely to be too low to the ground that you're not going to be able to recover from the actual tip stall itself. That's why this is the most dangerous maneuvers to do. Number 2, let's go right into it. So, don't fly your warbird or really any other plane if you don't have your dual rates and expo correctly formatted. The reason for this is because dual rates and expos help gradually add rudder, elevator, or ailerons, because instead of going choop, pushes the switch, choop, it goes slowly, and it helps to steady out your flying and helps prevent the stalls. Number 3, don't use full aileron throw at high speeds. Warbirds normally have shorter and stiffer wings and airframes, and in return gives less dihedral. At high speeds, it can give too much G-force and can cause stress fractures or stress cracks on the airframe. This can also cause mid-air crashes or loss of a part of the plane. We also have to show love to the servos. Please, please, please don't yank on the servo sticks, because if you yank on your sticks too hard in either direction and that causes the plane to act erratically pretty fast, it may strip or warp your gears inside of the servos, because then you're going to have to replace it, take apart your plane maybe, and you're not going to be out, or you're going to be out of flying for a pretty long time.